Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back with the next review of the Terror in the Isles challenge. This time, Jason and I watched Alien. In space, no one can hear you scream. Alien is a 1979 horror film directed by Ridley Scott. And, of course, scenes from it were featured in Terror in the Isles. The chest buster scene and Brett's death, specifically. I especially like how Terror in the Isles features Brett's death scene. From the opening of Friday the 13th Part 2 with the cat, that transitions into that death scene in Alien with the cat. It's almost a flawless transition. It appears to be the same scene in the same movie. That's one of the amazing things about Terror in the Isles. The editing. The compilation is fantastic. Alien is one of the more mainstream movies featured in the documentary, so I'm sure you've seen this one. If not, simplest synopsis is this. A space crew is woken up from their hypersleep with what appears to be a distress signal. They land on a nearby moon, from where the transmission has seemed to originate. While exploring, they find a derelict ship and decide to investigate. Inside of the spacecraft, they find what look like pods or giant eggs. One of the eggs open up, and something jumps out, attaching itself to the face of one of the crew members. This, as you know, is what is referred to as a face hugger. Back aboard their ship, Kane, the crew member with the face hugger stuck to his face, is not doing well. But when the creature finally detaches itself from him, he appears to be doing somewhat better. That is, until that famous scene when the chest buster busts out of his chest. Imagine that. The facehugger basically impregnated Kane, and then he gave birth to an alien. The alien scurries away, getting lost in the ship. Now, the rest of the crew are trapped on board with the mysterious life form. It doesn't take very long for the alien to grow, either. As the crew separates into teams to try to find it, they are killed off one by the alien. By the end, all that's left is Ellen Ripley, played by Sigourney Weaver, and she's one of the ultimate badass final girls of all time. Most people would probably consider Alien a sci-fi creature feature, and it is, of course. It's also hard to argue that the movie is also a slasher film. At least it follows that formula once the alien is on board the ship. One by one, the crew members are picked off. The alien stalks them and kills them. We also end up with, as I mentioned, a final girl in Ripley. Sigourney Weaver is awesome as Ripley. She's so impressive, in fact, and significant to the horror genre that she was brought into The Cabin in the Woods as the ultimate final girl. There is also a scene at the end of the film with her wearing underwear about 5 sizes too small. I'm not complaining. At all. The rest of the cast is great as well. The alien effects are terrifying, yet beautiful. I love that the design isn't your typical alien look. It truly looks like an unstoppable force. The movie is very claustrophobic, being trapped aboard the spaceship. The final scene especially is incredibly intense. Alien is another movie that has been reviewed and talked about to death. What can I say? I love it. I also love its sequel, Aliens, which is my relatable recommendation. James Cameron took over as director for this sequel, and it became more of an action sci-fi film than horror sci-fi. Don't get me wrong, I still consider it a horror film. It's just more of an action sci-fi horror, as opposed to a sci-fi slasher like the first one. I know many people actually prefer Aliens to Alien, and they're very close for me. This, by the way, is an absolutely gorgeous 30th anniversary Blu-ray edition of Aliens. And this is a 35th anniversary Blu-ray Steelbook edition of Alien. Have you seen it? If so, what do you think of it? Comment below and let me know. And please be sure to check out Jason's review. Don't scream! There are more reviews coming soon in the Terror in the Aisles challenge. What's up next? Check back soon to find out. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.